Now, as you can see over here, it says that Belle's monthly allowance is $285. Do you know what is the meaning of monthly allowance? Do you know what is the meaning of monthly allowance? That means how much she is receiving from her daddy or mommy, right? Just like how your daddy and mommy give you pocket money, right? Pocket money and allowance is the same. Am I making sense? You don't have pocket money. Okay. So we know that for Belle, right, she has received 285. Can you please write that down first? Now, what we're going to do, when I see the word remainder, I would prefer if you were to use a method called draw a model. Okay, so what concept is this? As long as you see the word remainder, it's called a remainder concept. It is called a remainder concept. Whenever it is a remainder concept, we come to here, you either draw a model or you draw a branch. Huh? Now let's draw a model. It says that she spends, you see, 285 is the total, yeah? So she spends how much on transport?
No, 1/5.
So we draw 5 units. We draw 5 units first. Can you start drawing that? Once you're ready. What does it say in sentence number 3?
She spends 3/4 of the remainder on food.
Very good. So did she spend everything on food or she didn't? She only spent how much? Very good. So 3/4 basically means how many units am I going to shade? Can you see there are 4 units perfectly? That means I don't have to break it up. I don't have to drop it down. So this is what I call a type A. Can you see this is type A? Whereby everything is perfect. Everything is equal. Even if I were to break it up, it is also called a type A. Understand or don't understand? All right. So what we are going to do is we are going to shade how many units in total?
4.
3 units. No, we are going to shade 3 units. Why? 3/4 of the remainder. What is the remainder? The remainder is everything over here. Very good. I only spent 3 out of the 4. Am I making sense? So I still have some bits of money left. Agree or disagree? And this is on
food.
Okay? Something that your mother loves. Right? Your mother needs to be fed. It's as if like your mother has never stopped eating. Understand? Now, she saves the remaining amount of money. Correct or not? Can you see sentence number 4? What did she do to the remaining amount? She?
Save.
Very good. So this part is save. And we can see how many units goes to 285. You remember the total that we talked about just now? Very good. So we can see that 5 units is actually equals to 285. Right? Because everything over here is my 285. So we find Mr. Greenman and then we can read the question. Okay, I will help you with the calculations. 1 unit is 57. How much did she save? 1 unit. And therefore your answer for this question has to be 57. Okay. She gave 2/5 of her monthly salary to her. Okay, so her parents receive 2/5. Am I making sense? All right. And then after that, again, it's a monthly salary. This is what she has earned. Okay. And sentence number 2 says, very good. Second sentence number 2 says
She
is
spends 1/5 of it.
all right on entertainment. Right. What is entertainment? Say for example, she goes for a movie. Right. She meets a friend. They go and play some things. They went to Kidzania and things like that. All right. Kidzania is basically like a indoor playground for kids. Huh? Now you can see over here. All right. What can we do? We can basically draw how many units in total? 4, 5. Am I making sense? Right. If the denominator is not the same, you have to make them the same. Because actually this is also a PWRS. What is a PWRS? A part-whole relationship. Okay. So what you want to do is to break down sentence number 2. Make sure you bracket it. If not, then you at least write the number 1. Number 2. Okay, where's my number 2? Where's my number 2? Very good. Okay, don't write number 3 until everything is written out for number 2 first. Okay? How much did she give to her parents? You understand? So she gave this already. All right, she gave to her parents, right? And then after that, she decided to give how much to for entertainment? 1, right? This is on entertainment. Am I making sense? Okay, then after that, this is the part where it gets confusing, right? It says 3/4 of the. What is the remainder? The remainder is only 2 units. You have to split because why? You want to make it into 4 parts. Can you understand? So this is obviously a type. Am I making sense? Quickly note down that this is type A. And what we will do is we will say that out of these 4 units, okay, how many units is going to be for food? 3. Agree or disagree? Right, this is on food. Am I making sense? Now, teacher Joseph, do I have to also split the rest? Of course, because when I do something to my right, I must do something to my. What did she do in the last part? She saves the rest. Okay, she saves the rest. So she decides to save the rest. Am I making sense? So I put S over here. Stands for saved. Okay, let's read sentence number. Okay, you can do this first.
Saves the rest. The amount she saves is $687 less than the amount she gives to her.
I like how you emphasize on the word less, right? You say less than the amount, right? So what does that mean to you? The amount she saves, how much did she save? How many units?
1 unit.
We don't know how much exactly, correct? But we know in units. So saves, you arrow out 1 unit for saves. Give to the parents. You can see parents is how many units now? See from your own model. No, don't go back to the sentence really. Look at your model. Saves the rest is 1 unit, right?
And if she gives this much less, if she saves 4 small units to equal.
Okay, now, so what do you mean? Over here is 4 units for parents and 1 unit for save, right? So, what is the difference?
3 units.
Very good. So the difference is 3 units, right? And 3 units is how much?
3 units is...
Why 3 units? Because 4 units minus 1 unit, correct or not? That gives me 3 units, correct? And 3 units equals to how much?
6, 8, 7.
Absolutely. Am I making sense here? So we want to find Mr. Green Man. When I do 687 divided by 3, what do I get? 687 divided by 3, I get to an answer of 229. Correct or not? So 1 unit is 229. Let's read the question together. Sentence number 6. Read for me.
I put the amount she says is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay.
How many units?
10.
Why 10?
Because
Look at your model.
We broke the 5 units.
Very good. Into 10 parts. Agree so far? So we are going to find 10 units over here. Do you know how to find?
Yeah.
Okay, how?
229 times 10.
Absolutely. All right. So how do I get from 1 to 10? I times 10. True? I get 2290. Sorry. Now, over here, we can see that Jasmine, she spent 2/3 of her money on a number of CDs. Okay, so she did not spend everything. All that she has, she did not spend everything. She only spent 2/3 of it on CDs. 2/3 is also 4/6. Why is 4/6?
Because you times 2.
Correct. I just wanted to let you know that. Okay, you have to memorize that. Okay, you have to understand that. Now, over here, what concept do you think this is? Very good. Why is that so? Student? Very good. So you put RC first. Am I making sense? Under RC, we have discussed that there are many different types. What are the different types that we have talked about under RC? Thank you. A, B, or C. Correct? Now, in this question, are you very certain that this is not C? Are you able to see why I'm so certain, so sure that this is not C? What is the meaning of C?
Draw a model that starts with a whole number.
Does this start with a whole number?
No.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the reason why this is not C. Am I making sense? Okay, so let's begin. Over here, it says that Jasmine spent 2/3 of her money on the number of
CD.
So we are going to draw a model. We say 1, 2, 3. She did not spend everything of what she has. She only spent 2/3. Right? Very good. 2 units. And the first 2 units, right, is used to buy CDs. Am I making sense here? It's used to buy CDs. So we will just put CDs first. Am I making sense? Now, we move on to sentence number 2 once we are ready. Make sure you write down your sentence number 2. What did she do?
She spent 3/5 of the remaining money on a box of markers.
All right, where is the remaining? The remaining is whatever that is over here. Isn't that true?
Yes.
All right, on a box of markers. Okay, so we did not spend everything of what I have left. But what did I do? Okay, this may not be. Yeah, you split it into 5. Understand so far? 5 parts. Can?
But then my 5 parts will be super many.
Correct. What?
But
You heard my advice?
but you fatter.
Yes, a fatter model. This is too thin, too tiny, too skinny. When I do something to my right, I must do something to my left. So we can see that she spent 3/5 of the remaining on the box of. So this is Marcus. Am I making sense? And the remaining how much? And the remaining, let's see sentence number 3, yeah? The remaining how much? $24.60 on what? On storybook. Okay, so we are going to shade that and we are going to show that this part is SB. Am I making sense? And we can confidently say that this is actually $24.60. Do you agree or disagree?
Two small units is $24.
You are absolutely correct. Okay, so we want to write that down first. Make sure you note down that storybook is $24.60. You can arrow it out. Okay, $24.60. The next thing I want to do is to find Mr. Greenman, which is 1 unit. Am I making sense? Okay, what is half of $24.60? Let's half everything.
$12.30.
Absolutely, $12.30 is my 1 unit. Okay, let's read the first part of the question. What fraction? So they want your answer to be in. Okay, can we find that?
2 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Very good. So 2 over 15, that is for A. Am I making sense? All right, what about B?
Do I have to put the dollar sign?
Sorry, say again. No, of course not. If the question is, yeah, understand? If the question is asking for fraction, do you think you need a dollar with a fraction? No, right? That is called fractions with units. Are we doing fractions with units? No, we are not. And we will never do $2 over 15. You understand what I'm saying? Good job. You're doing a good job. Let's go to B. How much money did Jasmine have? Tell me, what is your total number of?
60 cents. I mean 30 cents times 50.
Very good, because we are trying to find 15 units, correct or not? Okay, so $12.30 times 15. You will get to an answer of $184.50, and this is your answer for this question. Now, in this question, we can see the word remaining, correct or not?
Yeah.
Right. So when you go into a question, you first look for the keyword because you know that it is remaining. You now know, okay, I just have to now understand and then use the actions that teacher Joseph has taught. Right now, what is the action when it comes to the remainder? You either draw a model or you draw a branch. We read the question together. Jeannie is given a sum of, okay, so given by whoever, we don't care, right? Mother, father, brother, sister, sibling, grandfather, we don't know. Okay. When she got the sum, she got very excited. So she went to spend how much on dictionary? Wow. This is the remainder, and then you realize that the $22 is a whole number, and this $22 is not the total. This $22 is a half of the total. Am I making sense? This is not part whole. Okay, you can see, no, but the moment is remaining, we usually see it as a remainder concept. Can? Now, over here, this is what I call a type. Did you realize that this is type C?
Yes.
Why?
Because the total is not, the whole number is not supposed to be a total, it's supposed to be part of a total.
Very good, very good. The $22 is part of the total amount of money that Jeannie has received. Agree? Wonderful. The moment you know this is type C, do you go and draw random things? No, right? You do it very purposefully, okay? Then now you know that the first half, or in fact, the first part has to be $22. I don't know how big is that $22. Can you see it? So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to say that whatever that is over here is basically what I call my dictionary. Can you write this down first? Okay, can you write this down first? Okay, and then she what did she do? 3/4 of her remaining money on some stationery. Yeah, so we are going to have 4 units, correct or not? Okay, and then we are going to shade how many units in total? Yeah, so instead of just dictionary, she says, hey, you know what? Now I have some money, so I'm gonna buy some stationery. Understand? Okay, we don't need to spell stationery. We can just put S to show that it says stands for stationery. Am I making sense? Do you understand? So this is a type C. If you don't know this is type C, you will anyhow do. You understand? So you have to identify first. Remainder concept, type C, then now go and understand. Okay? Now then after that, finally we go to the last part. The last part is basically what I call safes. Am I making sense here? Okay. Okay, why I spell safe? Because I don't want myself to confuse. Yeah, there's 2 S over there, right? Now what happens in sentence number 5? Better break down the sentences, huh? If she saved how much?
1/5 of the sum of money.
So this is actually 1/5. Am I making sense?
So $22 is 1 unit.
Wait, relax first. 1/5 is 1 unit. She saved 1/5, and you can see 1/5 is 1 unit. Am I making sense here? 1/5 is my how many unit? 1 unit. So everything over here has to be how many fifth? 4 over 5. And if 1/5 is 1 unit, 4 over 5 has to be 4 unit. Then like what you have said just now, you see your mind processed so quickly, you immediately tell me that 1 unit is actually equals to 22. For those of you who are watching this and you are wondering how in the world did we get to 1 unit equals to 22, can you explain?
If it's 4 over 5, 3 units are already shaded there. So $22 has to be 1 unit.
Very good. So 1 unit is $22, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Greenman is out. What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to say, you can read the question, how much money was given to Jeannie? So how many? 5 units. Absolutely. Okay, now some of you want to find 4 units plus 22. That works as well. But I think it is smarter if we were to just use 4 unit and 1 unit, which is how many units in total? 5 units, right? 5 times 22. Therefore, over here has to be $110. And this is the total amount of money that was given to Jeannie. What concept is this? As you can see over here, RC, very good. Remainder concept, right? Why is that so? Because of the word remaining. All right, now go and understand it. Okay, go and understand this. Okay, what does it say? It says $585 on a dishwasher. Okay. Can you see that this 585 is a whole number?
Yeah.
Is this the total amount of money that Sophia had? No, it is a part of what she has. So what kind of concept is this? Yeah, but what type? Under remainder, there are 3 types: A, B, or C.
C.
Why C?
Because the whole number is not the whole.
Very good. This 585 is a part of what she has in her pocket. Am I making sense? All right. So she spent a bit of it on dishwasher. All right. So I'm going to say that this part is actually for dishwasher. Am I making sense here? Yes, you can draw a model right now. The moment you see remainder, you must register it as, oh, okay, I'm going to draw a model. You understand or don't understand? Now, so what we want to do next is we want to draw how many units? 4 units, correct or not?
Yeah.
Why 4 units? Because 3/4 of her remaining money on the television set. You might want to remember, I say it again, I want my sentences to be broken down. So we are not going to spend everything that I'm left with. I'm only going to spend 3. Very good. All right. So over here, what we have is that the 3 units basically is for TV. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so we write TV first. Okay, that part is for TV. Now, so I can see that in the next sentence, which is sentence number 3, if she had 2/9 of the original. So this is basically what I'm left with. Agree so far? You can see, right? My labels are all on top. Agree? And then this, I say that this is 2/9. And you can see 2/9 is how many units? 1 unit. Make sense? Make sense? Okay? Okay, bracket 1 unit. You know why what 2/9 is 1 unit?
Yeah.
Because you see this 1 unit. Make sense? So if 2/9 is 1 unit, then can we confidently say that 7/9 is basically whatever that is over here?
Yeah.
True? So let's write at the side. It gets a little confusing because if 2/9 is 1 unit, then 7/9 is how many units? Do you know how to find? Okay, let's do it at the side. 2/9 is 1 unit. 1/9 will be half a unit. 0.5 units. Correct or not? True or not? 1 unit, I cut it into half, right? Okay. Now then 7/9, we just have to do 0.5 times 7. That gives me, 7 times 5 is 35, right?
Yeah.
So cannot be 35, right? It has to be 3.5. 3.5 unit. Very good. So this is 3.5 units. I don't know if you can see. Can you see TV is already taking up 3 units?
Yes.
So 585, which is my dishwasher, has to be how many units? 0.5. Am I making sense so far? Our job is to always find our Mr.
Greenman.
So you get to Mr. Greenman first,
So
which
1
is?
unit is 0.5 times 2.
Yeah, very good, which is 585 times 2. Am I making sense? Right, 585 times 2, we get to an answer of 1170. Does it make sense to you?
Yeah.
We get to an answer of 1170. Can understand or don't understand? All right, so we have 1170 for my 1 unit. Let's read the question together. How much money did she have initially? What is the meaning of initially? Initially means at first. How much money do you think she had initially? As you can see over here, how many units? 3.5. You want to use this, right? 3.5 and 1 unit. How many units is that? 4.5 units, correct? Let's find 4 units first. Then laterwards, we will just have to add in the 0.5 units. Understand? Because it's hard for you to calculate 4.5, right? 1170 times 4, we get to an answer of 4,680. Make sense? Okay, and then after that, we will have to say 4,680 plus what? 585. Agree so far?
Mhm.
Okay, when I do that, I'll get to an answer of $5,265 in total. When you see a question like that, you know already this is a remaining concept, correct? Now, why is this a remaining concept? You can see, yeah, you can see the keyword over there, right? Can you see the keyword over there?
Mhm.
Okay, so the moment you know this is a remainder concept, okay, the moment you know this is a remainder concept, right, your job is to now ask, is it going to be type A, B, or C? Okay, is it type C? Just look at the first sentence and you probably know this is not a type C. Why? Because it's 2/5. It starts with 2/5. So if it's not type C, if it's not type A, it has to be a type B. So this is a completely new concept for you. First thing first, we are going to draw how many units? We are going to draw 5 units. How many units? 5 units. Can you draw 5 units for me? We are going to draw 5 units. 3, 4, 5. And we are going to shape how many units? 2 units. I say that again, we are going to shape 2 units. Now, but you realize that it is not just 2 units that I'm going to shape. Go and take your pincers. It is not just 2 units that I'm going to shape. Why? Because over here it says an additional 60 boys are from the greenhouse. So greenhouse is like the name of their group. Okay? Alright, greenhouse, blue house, red house. Next time you will know. This is just the name of their group. Oh, you're in yellow house, so you know this is a sports meet. Now, we are not just going to stop at 2 units. We are, because there is an additional 60 boys, we are going to drop it down. And because we don't know how big is that 60, so we are going to estimate. Okay, we are going to say that, okay, I think this part is 60. Can you see that or no? Can you see that or no? This part has to be 60. Why is it? Okay, because of the word additional. What is the meaning of additional? Very good. So it's 2/5, right? And additional 60, that means I need to add that 60. Am I making sense there? Am I making sense? Now, from here itself, right, you can see, right, that this part, I just estimate this to be 60. Okay? 60 can be way bigger. 60 can be way smaller. Nobody knows for now. Is that okay? All right, can you have that 60 drawn out? This is what we call a type B model when I drop down my model. Let's read the next part. Sentence number. The next sentence is sentence number. Sentence number 2 says 1/3 of the remaining. So we are going to draw how many units? 3 units. Agree or disagree? And these people are from what house? What house is that? Yellow house. All right. Now, this is again greenhouse. So I'm just going to put green. This is also greenhouse. So I'm going to put green. Am I making sense? Okay, then the rest are from what house? Can I ask you again what house? 1/3 of the remaining, right? So we are going to have this 1/3 of the remaining and an additional how many boys? 40 boys. Okay, don't care about the additional 40 boys first. Show me your 1/3 first. Am I making sense? And then what are you going to do? What do you think you are going to do? Again, you drop down. Why am I dropping it down again? Yeah, very good. Additional what? 40. Very good. Okay, so you drop it down again. You drop it down again. You drop it down. You're going to show that this part here is additional 40. Okay, I'll use yellow to show that that is from yellow house. They are from a group, a team called yellow house. Okay, like you, right? You're from yellow house, is it? All right, so we have 40 over here. Again, teacher Joseph, how do you know this is 40? Estimation. Okay, so we call this yellow house, and then we also call this yellow house. Am I making sense here? All right, so you have this drawn out first. Now, once I'm done with that, I can move on to sentence number 3. It says that the remaining pupils are from what house? What house is that called? Blue house. Okay, so what am I going to do? I'm going to use blue color. The remaining, so it's easy, right? I can say that whatever that is over here is basically for blue. Agree or not? And this is how many people are there? 140. How do I know it's 140? Because of this sentence over here, correct? Can you see that? If 140 people are from the blue house, are you blue or yellow? You're yellow house, okay? Oh, really? Okay, you're pink. Nothing. Okay, now we learn this thing called, this is type B, right? Type B requires us to draw a model called the drop down model. Can you see how this model is dropped down? Can you see how I drop down the model? Can see or cannot see? Okay, now you must always use this up. You know the movie Up? You have never watched that before, is it? The balloon, correct? You can go and watch that. Over here, you can see units and parts. Make sense? Understand? You know what's units? The ones above are called units. The ones over here are called parts. Now, we are going to keep moving up. How many? What can you see over here? You remember mirror image? Can you see that this is actually 2 parts? How do you know? Because when I look up, I realized that this much over here
So
is
40
actually,
plus 140 is 2 units.
yeah, not 2 units. Remember where are we? Where are we over here? Parts. Our job, right, when it comes to a type B model is to always move up. Am I making sense? So we are going to start by saying that 2 parts is actually equals to 40 plus 140. Can you understand or don't understand? And we say 2 parts equals to 180. That is the first thing that we are going to do. The moment you're done with that, we are going to find 1 part, and we are going to say that 1 part is 90. Can you understand this or don't understand? And then once you know that 1 part is 90, you realize that there are how many parts in total over here? 3 parts. Can we find 3 parts first? 3 parts is 90 times 3, and we get to an answer of 270. Okay? And you can see that 3 parts is 270, right? You see, 3 parts is 270 means everything over here. True or not? We are going to add the 60. When I add the 60, what happens? What do I get? I get to, what is this? What are these called? Very good. You understand so far? So we say 3 units is actually equals to 270 plus 60. Can you understand or don't understand? Okay, so 270 plus 60, you get to 330. Is that okay? Where is 330? 330 is everything over here. Can you see that? Very good. All right. So you might want to write down 3 units equals to 330. We find Mr. Greenman again. We get to 110. Now, what do you do next, my dear? You're going, how many participants are there? All together. Where? 4, 5. That's it. Full stop. Understand? You always move up, up, up. Understand? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 units is basically equals to 110 times 5. And we get to an answer of 550. And this 550 is basically the total participants at a sports meet. Hi everyone, if you like this video, you can click right here for a similar video, or you can view our playlist here.